Alright, we're back for another day. Alright, so I'm currently waiting. We had a major pump before market open. Not a major pump, but we've been pumping all day. I'm expecting this to come back though. We're just gonna sit here a little bit and just chill and wait for market open. Take a look here on the daily. But if we are going to go lower, I am looking at this area right here. I don't really want to see it go above like 660, 680, or else I don't think we're going lower. But realistically, I would like to see us retrace, not necessarily fill the gap, but just retrace back into this move from overnight, at least half of it, maybe somewhere around 520, 500. But I'm definitely not going to try and call the top of this right now. Jeez, dude, what a pump on silver. It's gold looking like gold's pumping too. I want to see this realistically come up a little bit more, and then I would be pretty surprised, honestly, if we don't at least retrace some of this move. I'm not expecting us to fill the gap today, though. I think it's likely that we do retrace somewhere into here, at least like back towards the middle of London or Asia highs. But this is a pretty big pump pre-market. So we'll see what happens, but we got about 13 minutes left until market open. Last night I did take a trade on silver, so this is like a new funded account. We made like 800 on it. I did take a payout on this account on Friday, so this is the balance now. So we took our first payout for 2026. We got some funded accounts. We're trying to take our second payout of 2026, but I gotta get some more winning days. And then we also have I also have this account too, where I just made like 200 bucks on it last night. It's a brand new funded account with Alpha Futures. So we are gonna try and not lose all of our money today. And also, I don't know how the market, I'm not really expecting like a major reaction from like the news that happened over the weekend, but you never know. So but I definitely don't want, if I'm looking for price to kind of revert back and come back into this area, I don't really want price to start getting above like 660, 680 area. It's just that'd be a pretty crazy pump, because right now we have all three sessions going in the same direction basically. So we're gonna wait for open, and I'm going to look to see if there's an opportunity to potentially take it short, at least back to pre-market lows probably. But I'm not gonna force it or try and call the top of a pump. It's crazy. Silver is just ripping right now. What's the dollar doing? It's tanking. What's up? So we're just gonna wait, but I am expecting this pump to stop at some point. Well, I'm watching for it to stop. I'm not expecting it to stop, but it is a pretty strong pre-market move though. I do need to make some profits on this account. This account's 1 day in. So I need to probably focus on these 2 accounts today. But finally the holiday season is over. That was bothering me, not having full weeks. Not bothering me, but it just made it kind of weird. So we're back to the normal schedule, which is chill. So hopefully now that it's January, price action is chill. We won't have like random days throughout the week where it's like a half day or no trading day. Unless we're gonna try and get more funded accounts. Because so far this month, on Friday we pulled 1 payout, so, and we haven't spent any money on evaluations so far because we spent the profits from December to try and build some more accounts. So we're currently net positive on the month in January. I'm trying to just, I think I'm going to try and get another payout first before I start buying more accounts. And then we will try and get up to like 8 or 10 funded accounts. And then I'll probably start trading some of them pretty aggressively. But until then, we just got to focus on staying net positive in January, realistically. It's the only goal. PMIs today? Yeah, at 10 a.m. Eastern. That's good to know. Almost forgot about that, so thanks for reminding me. I need to set an alarm on my phone. Yeah, Happy New Year. I hope you had a good break too. But we're back to the normal schedule, so I'm looking forward to 2026. I think I'm going to have a good year this year. Well, I don't know in terms of price action, but in terms of my trading, I think I'm going to have a good year this year. As long as I just don't start tilting. So we're going to try and make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, in case you just joined, we are pumping up, but preferably, like, I would want to see us actually retrace this pump. Not the whole thing, obviously. I don't think we're going to fill the gap today, but I just... Well, I definitely hope we're not going to just, like, pump all day, because then I probably won't even take a trade. Go charting. I've never heard of it. It will automatically scroll the footprint if we start, like, if we just start pumping right now, or we start melting, it'll follow it. So you don't have to always move your charts around. But, Bobby, let me know how you like Go charting. I've never heard of that before. Probably take a look at it. Oh, web-based? That's pretty cool. It's a web-based footprint chart. Are you able to use it on your phone? Did this hourly candle open without a wick? No, it was a tiny wick. On New Year's, I did nothing, dude. I went to sleep. I'm like an old person. It's like a copy of TradingView, but it has footprint though, right? And not like a bullshit footprint, like the footprint that TradingView has. Is it like actual level 2 data? We got a couple minutes till market open. Oh, that's pretty cool. Footprint on mobile. I'll have to check it out. How much do they charge for it? Like, what's the subscription? So I'm kind of expecting us to push into this area, but I would be pretty surprised, honestly, if we just like rip all day and then take these highs. If we end up taking these highs, I would be pretty surprised. But it's, you know, obviously a possibility, so need to keep that in mind. But I would like to see this at least come back down a little bit, because I don't even feel comfortable trying to long this, right, when it's just pumping. Because at this point, realistically, the only target for a draw would, you know, be these highs, basically, to the upside. Alright, so market just opened. Let's see what it wants to do. There's a... What the hell is happening? My data is delayed. That's not good. Hold on, let me see why my data's delayed. Yeah, Rhythmic has a data delay right now. So I have to wait. Well, that's a bummer. Cause you can't see it on my chart, but at the top there's like a market data latency. It's like 33,000 milliseconds. So it's pretty late right now. It's pretty delayed. I'm gonna actually try and attempt a short position right now. But I'm gonna need kind of like a big ass stop loss, my bad. But I want to see us basically retrace. If we just pop back up, because we're technically below the buyers right now. But if we just pop back up, then whatever, I'll just take the L. And this account will be pretty close to being blown, but I already pulled a payout on it, so it's not the end of the world. I gotta see. Alright, I mean at this point, it's pretty safe to move to break even. Because I don't want it to snap back. Dude, this is so shit though, having my footprint all fucked up. I'll probably try and target 100 points for pre-market, or yeah, 100 points for pre-market lows. See if we could make like 2 grand. And that'll breathe a lot of life into this account. That's for sure. But we are approaching, like, if you were to look at the 15-minute, we are approaching the... Oh, never mind. I'm looking at my footprint chart and I keep forgetting that the data's delayed, which is not good. Alright, we got hit at break even. I still want to see a further retracement lower, but it's kind of hard for me to make decisions right now because I don't have my footprint working. But this is definitely the target right here, pre-market lows. $10,000. Wait, is that 104,000 milliseconds? What is that? What is 104,000 milliseconds in seconds? No way. It's delayed by 100 seconds. Oh my goodness. It's fucking terrible. It's hard for me to do anything, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait. If you guys use Rhythmic and you notice that it's like fixed, let me know. But it's whack because I do want to try and take a short position, but I can't because I can't see what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on? That's also why I had to move my stop to break even, because at that point, I'm not even going off of order flow. I'm just going off of just candles, which I can still read candles, obviously, but it makes me feel like I'm blind. Oh my god, dude, I feel like I just got finessed. They screwed me. It's played out exactly how I thought it was gonna play out. Damn it. Well, there's still room. We're still probably coming here and probably even here. These two lows. I'm expecting us to basically come back towards Asia session, so whether or not that we actually hit the highs or not, I am still expecting us to at least probably take this low, but we'll see what happens. I also can't, well, I can't see what's happening, but we'll see how it pans out. But the reason why so earlier I was telling you guys, like, I was looking to short it in this area, right? And so once this 5-minute candle flipped bearish, I went short, but it's a pretty large wick, so I had to risk like 180 ticks or something. And then once we started coming down, I couldn't see on the footprint chart because of the delay. I couldn't see whether or not the aggression was continuing or if buyers were stepping in or whatever, right? So I just had to move it to break even, just to protect myself. Because, like, even right now, like, yeah, we have this big wick right here, and you can make the assumption that buyers are stepping in, but you don't know for sure because, or I don't know for sure because, I mean, they are stepping in to an extent because we have a wick, obviously, but I can't see it. I feel like I'm in the dark right now. Fucking rhythmic, dude. And this is not prop data either. This is like, I pay for this data straight through Rhythmic, so fuck them for doing that. I actually haven't really had any problems with Rhythmic data. Because it's not Rhythmic paper trading, it's normal Chicago connection. So I'll probably just have to wait. The good news is that at least we're up on this account. It's the second day on that account. I gotta, no, Top Step's not down. It's working just fine right now. But, you know, it's like a 2-minute delay on Rhythmic. I wonder if it's gonna be like that all day. But I'm not expecting us to come back up here to these highs. Or shit. I'm not expecting us to come back to these highs before. We're definitely going to take this out and probably this out first. And I can't look for, like, in a situation like this, right? If I was looking at a footprint chart, and I think that we're not coming back up here. Somewhere in this move down is basically a level that I would be looking to take, but I don't know where it is. And like, I don't trade like candlestick patterns and shit, so we're just gonna have to watch it happen basically, because I wouldn't know where to put my stop either. I mean, the POC of the previous candle is where 600 on the 5 minute, which is right here. See, like, it's fucking annoying. Alright, I'm gonna just take a short right now, honestly. I'm gonna have to have a pretty big stop loss. I'm actually gonna wait for the 15 minute to close. So I'm gonna wait for this 5 minute candle to close and the 15 minutes to close, and then I might take a short, but I can't see anything. Well, I guess we just have to sit here. And the delay is getting larger and larger and larger for Rhythmic. It's at like 230 seconds right now. So what is that? It's a lot of minutes. Alright, in the meantime, let me see what silver's doing. It's coming back. Gold's coming. Gold's not coming back. Whoops. What a shitty way to start the week. Look at the wick on the hourly. I'm expecting probably this hourly to be closing bullish. Or if it does close bullish, then I'd want to see it come down here. I don't think we're going to fill the gap today though. I think that's going to be left for later this week. I mean, it might, but I mean, I'll know when rhythmic data is normal again when, let me see if I could show you guys. You see this right here? It's showing that there's a delay. So basically, like, I know that, and obviously I could just see it, but I know that the data is delayed. So whenever this goes away, or if I hear that I see somewhere that the rhythmic data is back, then if it doesn't automatically fix it and remove this warning right here, then I'll probably just restart ATAS, but it should just do it automatically, realistically. So let put this back. But yeah, I'll be able to know. I'll know when it's back. And if I see that it's back, I'll tell you guys. But as of right now, we just gotta basically sit around. Cause like I don't know. I don't know what the order flow looks like. Silver's probably gonna keep pumping though. Oh, yours is good right now? Alright, let me try and restart this. Silver's coming back up. Maybe we take a silver trade. I don't really need order flow for silver, but it is kind of sketchy to trade silver sometimes. Alright, let's see if my data is fixed or not. Chill. It looks like it's fixed. Fuck, dude. Alright, well, our data's back, which is chill. So let me see if... I gotta be careful though. We do have PMI. So I gotta wait a second. But I still think it's likely we go lower before we take this high. ATR is pretty big right now. It's like 30 points on a 5-minute candle. I would like to see us realistically come down to 500 and wick past it to wick these lows. This 5-minute candle right now is almost 100 points. It's like 72 points. So we got about 17 seconds left in this 5-minute. Oh, the delay just came back. Yeah, Rhythmic is all fucked up right now. Oh, it's gone. Well, it's still kind of there, actually. Alright, I'm actually going to have to size down, but I do want to try shorts. So where would my stop have to be? Fuck, it'd have to be up here. Alright. So I'm going to try and take a short, but it's going to require like a huge fucking stop loss. And the risk to reward's kind of shit, honestly. But if we are going to continue lower, we realistically shouldn't get back above that 5-minute candle that just closed. But if it does, because we also have PMI coming out, so this might just like stay right here until PMI, and then if PMI comes out and pumps, then we'll just take the L on this account. I'll probably just move to the other account. But I do want to see these lows get taken out. Such a big ass fucking stop, dude. So I'm looking for the POC to hold, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna get stopped right now. This account will be back to like $900 something. But this is the account we pulled the payout on Friday, so it's okay at the end of the day. What up, Rami? So we got about 20 seconds left. If we can close like this and keep the POCs up here, it'll make me feel a little bit better, but it's still pretty sketchy because we're not going anywhere and news is about to come out, so I got a pretty shit entry. Realistically, the entry probably should have been at the retest of the previous candle's POC, because then at least the yeah, that's not a good close. At least the risk to reward would have been better. Like right now it's not even a 2R and we're about to take like a like a fucking, what, 80 point stop loss, which is huge. But I went half size, so I went 5 micros, but it's still gonna be like $500. And this account only has like 1,500 to start the day anyways, after the payout on Friday. And this is the last 5-minute candle before news, so we'll see what happens. So we got news in 3 minutes. If we can get a little lower, it'll make me feel better. So it's less likely I'll get like wicked out and then it comes down. But if PMI comes out and it literally just pumps, there's nothing we could do about it. So. Plus we have the hourly candle right now, which looks like this. So like, let's say we close bullish with this big ass wick right here, like a bullish candle. I mean, we could retrace back into this wick before we actually move down. It'd be better if we close the hourly candle lower, because then if we are going to go lower, it probably wouldn't retrace that far into this wick. At least that's what I think, so. Oh, you couldn't even see that, my bad. This is what the hourly looks like. I would like it to close bearish, realistically, with this big ass wick, and then I think it's reasonable that we probably retrace at least half of this move, or we don't and PMI comes out in a minute and we just rip higher, which it's starting to look like it's going to happen because sellers just try to push down right now and they're failing to do it. Alright, let's see what news does. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Gold's ripping right now. Let me look. Yeah, it is. Same with silver. Crazy pump. I'm actually pretty surprised I didn't get stopped out of this yet. We're just like consolidating right here. Alright, we're getting selling pressure again. We'll see if it can actually continue this time. We're going for about 80 points. So what is this? The stop loss is 57 points. The take profit is 82 points. But we need to see like some actual aggression right here. Otherwise, because we're starting to consolidate, so like sellers can't really get below this level. Otherwise, this is gonna happen. And it sucks because we started we started consolidating and I basically caught the bottom of the consolidation. It's fucking stupid. Alright, we're gonna get taken out of this right now. It's probably going to... If it does break out of this consolidation right here, I'd need to see like how hard it's gonna break out of it, or if there's gonna be any continuation or not. Because we may just be grinding up all day, like just ripping higher all day. Because if we do that, then I can't really trade. Because I don't want to take longs up here. I'd rather just not take a trade at all. Or at least I'd wait. But if it does break through this, it's gonna probably do it pretty hard.
Order filled.
Like that. Alright, so we're down $500 on this account. The balance, so we had a $3,000 balance. We took a payout. Then we lost $500. Kind of a shitty trade. So we're not going to touch this anymore today. At least not with this. I will see what I can do on this account. Because this account has the full $2,000 of drawdown. But I'm going to wait to see what this does right here. But if I take a trade on this account and I lose, I'll probably just stop trading on the day. I'm up on this account and then I'm up on this account, so I don't wanna go red on like all of my accounts basically. Well, I can't go red on this account because this account I already locked out of it after last night. But until we get past like the highs here, I still think that there's a potential we do go lower, but I just don't want to take it because we chopped right here. I would have to wait. If I wanted to try another short, the safest thing to do is I would have to wait for like a massive amount of selling pressure to come through and for a candle to close with a very small wick basically at the bottom of this, and then the risk to reward would be like super shit too, so probably better just to wait. We can't really trade anything else right now because silver's just ripping, gold's just ripping. So we'll see if we can wait it out and hopefully have some type of momentum in either direction. We do have a lot of news this week though, so if today's not the day, then today's not the day, and there will probably be better opportunities later this week. So there's no reason for us to, I mean, if literally doesn't do shit, we have buyers coming in right now, but if this doesn't do anything, it's like there's no reason to try and risk capital right now, because why would you want to do that here? The volume's good though, it's just not going anywhere. Yeah, gold, the commodities during Asia session is great. That's how I mean, that's Asia session. I caught a trade on silver with 1 micro and basically made $900. It's better to trade, in my opinion. I like trading gold and silver during Asia session and not during New York. But an 80% win rate's pretty good. I mean, it just depends on what your sample size is and if you're accounting for break evens in your win rate, because then it's not really like a true 80%, but regardless, it's great. But 4 a.m. to trade is pretty crazy. I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, I guess I kind of do that already. I wake up at 5 because I'm on the West Coast. So I wake up at 5, trade market open at 6. Yeah, basically. I'm just like a little south of LA. I'm like 45 minutes south of LA, basically, without traffic. So, what I'm looking at right now is pre-market. We attempted to go higher, and we had buyers stepping in right here, and they basically failed, and we came down. Sellers couldn't push lower, so then we basically had fair value here for a little bit. Then this large order came in, but that was just clearing out an order on the book, and then we had 2 smaller big trades here, and then there's like yet to be any type of follow through. So this is setting up to look like we're gonna stay potentially within this range unless buyers step in again and push it really hard. Then the target would probably be at least 700, or at least the highs obviously, but probably 700 up here. Well, at least you got out for a 3R. That's pretty good. That's great. You know what? Maybe I'll probably. That sucks. I'm surprised we didn't actually take pre-market lows, but it is what it is. I want to see how the 15 minutes gonna close. 15 minute, and then how this 5 minutes gonna close. Nah, I'm not gonna touch this account, honestly. Today's not the day. I'll just let it have its $200 day. Nice. Trading micros on gold. Just longing it or what? Alright, it's gonna. Alright, let's see if we can get some type of follow through. Keeps taking the orders above the range. They're having the buyers are having trouble getting past here. So I want to see how this 5 minutes is going to close. If it fails again and we actually close pretty strong bearish, I might try the shorts one more time. But if I lose that trade, then I'm just going to stop trading for the day. There'll be 2 trades, 2 losses during New York session, and I'll just probably wait for more directional price action, hopefully tomorrow or something. Do we have any news tomorrow? Don't we have jolts this week? PMI today. Tomorrow. Wait a second. Oh, we had manufacturing PMI today, and then tomorrow is composite PMI, services PMI at 6:45 and 7 a.m. And then we have NFP on Friday, right? No, we don't. Do we? I'll have to look later. We definitely do have jolts on the 7th, though. Oh, I gotta work on some evals this week in preparation for this account, just in case it gets blown. Oh, NVIDIA later today. A keynote. When is NVIDIA earnings? Is that this week? Or is that next week? Alright, it's 5 minutes closing, pretty bullish. Let's see if we can get some follow through. Take out the highs and head to the 700. For the follow through, I'd want to see at least this area to hold though, like. You don't want to really see this candle get back below this area. So like you could try and basically go long right here right now. And then the moment it hits this wick, you would basically just move your stop to break even. But it's just like kind of premature because this is pretty weak follow through right now of these buyers. So you wouldn't, yeah, you wouldn't even know if it's actually going to continue or not, because realistically, like when you have these big trades, at least what I'm looking for is if it's going to continue in that direction, I would expect it to happen, or I'd be looking for it to happen relatively quickly, especially coming out of a. I mean, we're still in this we're still within this 15-minute candle. We're almost an hour into open and we haven't broken out of a 15-minute candle yet. So there's like not a lot of direction today. And recognizing that there's not a lot of direction right now, it's probably a good idea to be more passive than aggressive. Even though something may work out, like even though this may totally flip and we go take out this huge cluster of orders right here. See this? All these orders. We could, but for one, like, where would you put your stop? Over here? Okay, well, say you did that, your stop would be like 30 ticks, and then where are you targeting? Or 30 points, you're targeting probably 700, so unless you're targeting the highs. If you think we're going to take this out today, I don't. If we do, we're not going to do it in the AM session, I don't think. Unless we just start ripping right now. Alright, let's see if the buyers can start stepping in now and push this higher when this 5-minute closes. Damn, dude, I should have just taken a pre-market trade long on the commodities this morning. I was looking at them too. I woke up at like 4 a.m. Because NQ is just on some bullshit right now. But we have 3 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. In the 5-minute. No, you're trying to scalp this? Yeah, that's tough, dude. Because, like... it's just, like, not really having a lot of follow-through. You know, like... and the ATR, I mean, I don't know what time frame you're on, but ATR on a 5-minute is pretty big. Like, right now. That candle that just happened right there, like... imagine you went long right here. You would have had to take at least like 25 points of heat. So pretty large order here once we took the highs, but again, like, we need to see if there's going to be any type of continuation. And the first target, obviously, after these highs is going to be 700 because there's orders there. It's a psychological level. But after that, there's really nothing until... I mean, there'll probably be orders sitting at 750 too, but at that point, you'd just be looking for us to take the highs from Friday. The highs from Friday. But we have a little bit of sellers stepping in. And we are... oh, just on your evals, that's fine. It's just an eval. Wait, I need to see where we're at in location for this range. Platform. Well, with the prop firms, I'm trading on Project X. But if there's any connection, like if I'm ever trading a live account or a different prop firm that doesn't offer Project X, then I'm using ATES to just execute trades on. So this screen, I'll execute trades on this screen. But right now, since I'm trading like top step accounts and alpha future accounts, I'm trading on Project X. Damn, dude, I wish that move this morning had more follow through. We would have been up like $2 grand. I'm Instead it just snapped back and hit my break even. I tried it again and then it got fucking smoked. So basically, I am watching this area right now for how price is going to react up here, because this, to me, this area is like last line of defense, and if this doesn't hold and bring us back down, then we get like above this right here, which is 718. Here, hold on, my bad, like 718, 720, then we're probably heading back up. Overall, on like a higher time frame though, something to think about though is like, if you were to go look at a 4 hour, we are bullish and the target is actually way up here. Like you would be looking for price over the course of this month probably to come up here. Or at least up here, heading towards 26,000. But on an intraday level, like, it's not often. I mean, it obviously happens like how we see it's happening right now, but it's not often that we have all 3 sessions going in the same direction. Like, if you were to go back and you look at Asia session, London session, and then New York, for them to all go bullish, is not that common. It doesn't actually happen that often, and especially without New York ever revisiting Asia at all, it really doesn't happen that much. So like if you go back, like let's look right, you have Asia bullish, London bullish, New York dumps, takes out London, Asia. You had Asia basically, it kind of ranged, London was bearish, we pop up past it. So like you see how like majority of the time, or I guess this ranged a little bit, but majority of the time it's pretty rare that we head in the same direction on three sessions without ever trying to revisit Asia. Like at least this day we came back up to Asia lows. Or this day, right, you go bearish, and then we pump up and take the highs. So kind of looks like we're just gonna, if we don't turn around, we may just like slowly grind sideways. I mean, the volume is good, but it's just like not a lot of follow through or momentum. So it's hard for me to try and trade it. But if you're scalping it, you could probably pull a few points out the market, especially if the ATR on a 5-minute candle is like 30 points, 36 points right now. But when it's doing this, like, just so you know, by the way, when it's doing this, whenever we're like slowly kind of like moving up like this, where it's not like there's not a lot of speed to it, but it's just kind of like slowly grinding up, it is fucking dangerous to try and catch the top of it. Even though, let's just say this may be the top, right? Like, let's say this is the level I was watching for, and this could be the top, sure, but it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to try and actually trade it, because for all we know, this can slowly continue to grind up. So we need to see like sellers step in, well then we need to see follow through, and then we need to see speed start to pick up, because until then this doesn't mean anything. You might have people who are going short right now thinking, oh, we took the highs and we're gonna come down, but you just got to be careful doing that. It's a great way to blow your account. But like, even though I have a level right here, and like the first 5 minute candle after we touch that level, we're coming down, I'm still not taking the short. Because I need to see like some type of confirmation, some type of shift in the intent of the market participants. Because right now this is not strong. This, not yet. So what I'm going to look for right now is I want to see how this 5 minute candle is going to close. If I do decide to take a short position here, I need like extra confirmation. And of course this can just come down and then we take a short and like again slowly grind up, but I don't feel comfortable taking any longs realistically. Unless market structure gets created where then it would make sense to take a long, but right now there is really no structure. I mean, like, look at this. At least on the 5 minute, I'm sure if you were to go to like a 1 minute, you can like think of something here that you would consider market structure, but for me this is just like a bunch of fucking noise. Yeah, I mean, especially as we start to head later into the day, there's a good chance that like, because I don't trade PM session, and I definitely don't trade the lunch hour, so usually like on a normal day where price action would be considered good objectively, like you'll probably have good speed for like 1 or 2 solid moves depending on what your average target is, but my average target's probably like 50 points, just with the volatility we've had recently. But I mean, sometimes if we're just bullshitting all morning, I mean, heading into lunch you can have a directional move, but I usually don't trade that. So basically, if we were gonna go lower, the idea would be is you wouldn't want to see us basically come back up here. Like past 50% of this candle and close. But it might just we might just bullshit the rest of the day, like do some type of slow grind higher and then have like a sell-off at MOC or lunch hour or after lunch hour, like PM session. We could have that sell-off that I was looking for, but I don't trade that time. Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a second. I'm slightly tempted to take a short, but it's just like I'll probably have to size down if I do it because it's lower probability conditions. Alright, I'm gonna go short right here.
Order filled.
And I'm gonna see if we can break past this area. We could bounce right here. And realistically, I am gonna have to have like a 200 tick stop loss again. But we'll see if we could pick up some speed. Because the 15 minutes looking pretty good for shorts as long as it actually closes over here. If it pops back up, then I'll just take the L on this account too, and then I'll be down on 2 accounts, up on 2 accounts, and then I'll just call it a day. But this is like anticipating, like it's not there's no follow through yet for sellers, so we're kind of entering prematurely, and I caught a shit entry again. But it's all right. I'll take the L. But yeah, if I lose this trade, or if it goes down and I move it to break even and then it hits break even, I'm gonna just stop. But then at least, worst case scenario, I'll be up on 2 accounts, down on 2 accounts. I could live with it. Oh shit, you guys can't see this, my bad. But I mean, we're respecting this area that I wanted us to respect. I just need to see if there's actually going to be follow through lower and momentum and speed to start to pick up. The only thing that I'm worried about though is like once we do start to get back into this area, my bad. Once we do start to get back into this area, it's going to need kind of a lot of aggression if we're actually going to go lower, which I don't know if that aggression is even going to be present today, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll find out. But if we do go lower, I think I will probably trail my stop because I'm not expecting like I know I have this drawn out where it's targeting like the lows, but I don't think that's like super realistic right now with how it's currently moving. So if we do go down, I'll probably just trail my stop on the way down. Once we start getting below this this area where all these buyers were at, that's like the main area we need to break past. If we can't break past it, then we're probably gonna just consolidate right here and then pop back up. Man, the volume just kind of like got really low. I think what I'm gonna do though is if we on a 15-minute chart, if we start to flip bearish on this if we start to flip bearish on this candle and we get past here, this is basically where I'm going to decide to move to break even. So it's really not that far. I think it's about 25 points from my entry. Yeah, just about. But that's if it even gets down there, because this is looking pretty gross right now. So we want to see it have some aggression and close below this area. If we come down here and sellers attempt to push past this area with all of these buyers that came in and they fail and they create a wick like what it's happening right now, this is going to go take the highs again. If it pushes lower, like if we come down here, make a wick, pop back up, we're probably gonna go take the highs. So that's why if we do come down here, I need to move my stop to break even just in case that's about to happen. But it may just pump right here. Because this area, by the way, where this box is, like, This is where buyers would be trying to protect, realistically. So shorts technically are not confirmed until we get below this area, but I just try to take it early. But it seems like we're struggling to get past this area, and every time we push down a little bit, it just pops back up, and now we have a bunch of buyers stepping in right now. I hope I don't get stuck in this trade for like an hour though. And be forced to sit here and watch this for an hour. I'd rather just have it go stomp me out. Or of course go down and go in profit, but we'll see how this 5 minutes gonna close. Alright, not the worst close for our position, but now what we're going to see right now is we're going to see sellers attempt to get lower again, and if they fail, it's not looking good. And we're either going to be stuck in a chop for a while until they do break lower, or it's just going to bounce back up, and I'm going to get stopped. So there they went again. They try to get past this area, the sellers, and they can't really do it. They're not aggressive enough to actually push past where these buyers were stepping in, because buyers are holding this area. So then once the sellers give up, basically, this is gonna just probably go to 700. And the hourly is going to close right now in about 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes, and it's closing pretty bullish. So this candle is not a good candle for shorts on an hourly, because then at that point, if we close like this, it's likely that before any type of shorts come in, we actually at least go and make a new high. It would be unlikely that this remains the high. It would get taken out by the next hourly candle. Damn, dude. If you're gonna stop me out, just go stop me out already. I don't want to sit here for for an hour. Hopefully the new hourly candle can do something though, like stop me out or at least move. Cause we're not doing anything. It's boring as fuck. Alright. So the new hourly candle opened up. It's really not looking too good for shorts. But we're already in it, so I can't just like get out of it now. Well, I could just get out of it, but I don't want to. But yeah, with this hourly candle, like, realistically, that previous hourly close is not ideal. Because this could just be creating a wick on the hourly before it pumps up. I think just to save myself from a headache, I'm gonna probably move my stop to break even if it has any type of aggression towards the downside. And then if I hit break even, I guess we would save ourselves $425. Or it just pumps right now and we'd lose. But it would leave this account, it's the second day on this account, it would leave this account with like $1,500 drawdown, which is totally cool with me. I could work with that. The other account though is like making me nervous. This one that I took the L on, it's like $960. It's just yeah. I mean, I think later in the week it'll probably be better. Does it happen often? Like on the New Year? It didn't happen last year on the New Year, but that's because it was election year. But sometimes you just have consolidation days or days that just aren't, they don't have a lot of momentum or follow through. I mean, it just happens. not every day is going to be super volatile with clean moves. And then usually like on days like today, the goal realistically is to try and minimize damage, right? So like usually I would go probably a mini on these accounts, like using one mini contract, but I'm using half size today because also the stop losses are gonna need to be pretty big. And when you have price action, like that's kind of just moving back and forth and the speed is low, there's not a lot of like speed. And then if you look right here, volume's dropping off, like it's not the day you'd want to like size up or take more trades. So, but usually I'm okay with I try and keep my losses on the day, like if I do lose on an account, I try to keep my losses on the day like preferably below $500. So if we lose, right, we would be down like $420 basically, $425. So that's within my daily loss limit where I'm comfortable. And then we would stop because when price action is doing this, it's probably going to actually continue to do this. Because at least until like after lunch. Because if you think about it, like when we're consolidating like this, it's not forcing market participation, if that makes sense. Market participation at this point becomes optional because if you have buyers and sellers, they're not forced to transact. If we start moving and hitting areas where like stop losses are or like where large orders are, then it forces market participation because sellers and buyers would then have to transact to protect themselves or, you know, like, so basically the idea is like if we're consolidating, technically we can consolidate for however long it wants to consolidate for until one party steps in and says like, nah, we're not doing this anymore. But it can happen for hours. It can happen all day. So because it's happening, it's probably a better idea like to just stop trading unless you trade power hour or like the last hour of the day. Then maybe there'll be a move then, but I don't trade that time. So if this doesn't do anything, we'll probably be stuck here for a little bit, which I would prefer not to. But I kind of knew I was going to sit in this trade for a while when I took it because the volume was tapering off. But I think the rest of these days will probably be a little better. At least I'm hoping so. But like I know I kind of forced this trade a little bit. But realistically, like today is not the day to be trying to force trades. But I have like multiple funded accounts, so I just wanted to try and get a winning day. But this is a footprint chart, so it's on a platform called ATAS, ATAS. All right, let's see if I could finally get stopped out of this. What this is probably going to do though is it's probably going to like spike through this really quickly, probably come up to 700, and then it's going to just do the same shit again. I wouldn't expect speed to pick up until probably later in the day if it even does. So we'll take our L and we'll move on and try and do a better job tomorrow. And also work on some more evals just so I can, because I already took a payout this month, I have some money to like reinvest it into some evals to try and get some more. So we'll probably try and do that this week too. Alright, finally. It's gonna spike up right now.
Order filled.
Alright, cool. So, a little bit of a recap here. Let me go back to this screen. So the idea that I had pre-market was I wanted this to actually retrace into this move and take these lows. At first, it looked like we were about to do it, so once we flipped bearish on here, I actually went short, but then I couldn't see what was happening on order flow for a little bit, so the target was here or here. So I entered in 1 mini on the other account, and it went probably a little over 100 ticks in profit, and then it snapped back to hit my break even. And then when we came back up here, I tried to do it again, and then it didn't work, obviously, so I took an L on this account. And then when we were up here, we came into the level I was watching for, which is basically premium. If we were to continue lower, or if we were to turn around, realistically I would want to see it happen in this area. It is kind of a big area though. It's between like 720 and like 660. It's a pretty big area, but we tried to take a stab at it once we saw a little bit of selling pressure coming in, but there was, again, no follow through. We entered actually early because you should have been, ideally you should have waited for it to actually get below this area, because, you know, when buyers step in like this, they're likely to try and protect their position. So this wouldn't pick up any speed until it started getting past here, and then it would start to pick up speed if it would have. So then we got stopped out of that. So we're ending the day down 541 on this account, down 421 on this account. I am up $900 on this account from Asia session trading silver last night, and then I traded like 1 micro on gold last night during Asia session for this account. So this account's up $220. It'll count as a winning day, so we'll just leave it there, and then we'll just have to focus on oh shit, what the fuck. My bad. We'll have to focus on these 2 accounts. So it's looking pretty bad for this account, or not this account, for this account, because there's $960 left. So I gotta work on some evals this week just in case, because right now we have 4 funded accounts. I need to get probably to like 8 to 10 fundeds is probably ideal. And then at that point, if you have like multiple funded accounts, then I can start trading them a little bit more aggressively. But for now, like, I gotta be a little careful because I'm net positive on the month, but I don't want to get into a situation where I'm like back to break even and I can't buy more like evals, or basically I just don't want to go net negative. That's like really the only goal. So I need to realistically get another payout from one of these 4 accounts. But hopefully tomorrow's better and we do a better job, but the losses are manageable. As long as we don't like put ourselves in a position that's like really like fucking bad, it's okay. I mean, we're not gonna win every day. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be on like 15 minutes before market open, and hopefully we have a better day. If you're gonna continue to trade today, just be careful, because it's really not doing a lot. There's not a lot of movement or speed, so if you're trying to basically anticipate that speed or momentum, you're kind of guessing when it's going to happen, and that could be kind of dangerous. So be careful, good luck, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.